So this is day 3 after quitting cigarettes. The last 2 days have been a little rough in being within nicotine withdrawal. At least I'm assuming it was. Felt a lot like caffeine withdrawal. Super, super tired. Um, More groggy than caffeine, and less physical energy than caffeine withdrawal. And I felt like more emotional depression than caffeine withdrawal. But today I feel like I have a lot more energy. I think I'm basically over nicotine withdrawal, which is a relief. And the amount of sleep I've gotten the last few nights has been pretty crazy. I've been getting around 10 hours of sleep the last 3 nights. Normally I would get 8 to 9, which is more than normal, I think, in the first place. But the first night I think I got 11, maybe 11 hours. And then each day I've been having a nap for 1 to 2 hours, and I normally never have naps. So nicotine withdrawal has been making me very tired. And the low physical energy is unusual for me as well. I normally bike every day, basically bike everywhere I go, and play sports basically every other day, so I normally have tons of physical energy. The last few days I've just been kind of sitting around, playing some video games and watching TV, which I don't normally do. Been kind of boring and unmotivated. So, besides that, the cravings for cigarettes, yes, I've been having cravings. If I didn't care so much about my physical health, and if wasn't quite set on going the 1 month without cigarettes, then I likely would have easily had more cigarettes by now and just continued the addiction. I think if I were to continue having, say, 5 or more cigarettes per day, then that would likely continue the nicotine withdrawal. So avoiding that has got to be a good thing. Cravings. Yeah. It seems like if I drink, then I crave cigarettes more. Likely because you're more of a subconscious state when you're drinking. So allowing subconscious effects like just craving things without being aware of it. And it is a little scary. I'm still tempted a little bit to have cigarettes, but it's not hard to fight it. Especially knowing how nicotine withdrawal feels, that actually gives me more incentive to not have cigarettes. I do the same thing with caffeine. I have incentive not to have caffeine regularly because I know how caffeine withdrawal feels. Being super tired all day long. It's not really fun for me. That's some feedback I have to be conscious of in order to affect whether I crave something or not. I think um, yeah, I think if you're conscious of certain things, it'll train your subconscious as well. Like if you're regularly conscious of a positive or negative effect, it'll influence your subconscious, so you'll crave something or not crave something without noticing it. And you've caused that just by using conscious awareness of certain effects. So basically, that's what I've done with caffeine, I think. So I subconsciously don't want too much coffee, and I think the same thing can easily work with cigarettes. Knowing how horrible. What? Knowing how horrible nicotine withdrawal is, besides knowing all the health effects, which I've been aware of the whole time I've been smoking, kind of made me a little paranoid of what I'm doing. But I had 100 cigarettes, and I'm done. It's been 3 days, no cigarettes. I plan to go at least a month, 0 cigarettes. And I've been thinking maybe later I could try a vaping experiment. There's still nicotine, but a lot less negative health effects that I know of. Although there might be higher risk of becoming mentally addicted to vaping, as my friend has told me, which makes sense because I'll be aware that there's less negative health effects and there's less practical negative uh, effects because it doesn't stink as much and it's cheaper and whatnot. Anyway, this is day 3 after quitting, and I feel way better than yesterday or the day before. Mentally, my mind feels like it's going a lot more than it has the last 2 days as well. So even just 100 cigarettes within 11 days that I did, that had quite an effect. It's taken two rough days to get over. I feel better now. I'm guessing it'll be pretty easy from this point on. Yeah, we'll see.